Certainly disappointed in the result. I thought we had a real opportunity there against the top five team in the country. I thought the environment was as good as you can have in college basketball. The appreciation that I think I have and our team players and our staff have for the people that come out and support us like that. I'll tell you, it matters. It's appreciated. I'm sorry we couldn't get over the hump a couple more possessions tonight. We're going to need that because we got another big one coming in on Tuesday night. It's like like this league is. I thought I've come to kind of have an expectation because these guys have set a standard for how they respond and how they fight. So I'm proud of some of the moments where we kind of came back and figured out how to get into the game, especially the way we finished the first half. Or there's a really a couple stretches in the second half where it was good. But 17 offensive rebounds, hard to overcome. And we pride ourselves on being a rebounding team and a team tough and quick to the ball. And, they came in and got 17 and set a tone right from the start. We only got 9. And it's 41-34 on the board. And we're trying to establish an identity there. That's frustrating, and 17 offensive rebounds is really hard to overcome, guys. But because of some of our fight and resilience, we almost had a chance. I thought L.J. Cryer's shot when coming out of the timeout was just a big-time shot by a big-time player. I thought we guarded it well. He's jumping off of one leg away from the basket. That's one of the most difficult shots in college basketball, and he makes a big one. I thought, Malik Wilson hits 2 big shots that I thought we guarded decently on those possessions, and then obviously we try to scramble there. I think 4-point game after Cryer. We go down empty, and we try to scramble there, and we get them to shoot quick and miss, which I thought was the idea, scrambling, and we couldn't box out and get the rebound, which, again, that'll be the thing that I'm the most disappointed in for the game. So, anyway, squandered an opportunity, but we got to learn from this one, and we got to bounce back quickly because we have another great team coming in here on Tuesday night.
Physically, were they a little out of the gate? It looked like they were. Houston was maybe overly aggressive, setting screens and trying to keep you guys from getting over top and icing, ghosting, whatever you want to call it. Did that take a little while? Because it seemed like in the middle of the second half or the middle of the first half you recovered, but initially it seemed like it maybe caught you off guard.
I thought the first couple possessions they did a nice job of screening off the ball, and like Sharp and Cryer, they're great shooters, and they do a nice job of setting like the wide ankle pins for them. And we kind of wanted them to turn it down and get into the paint and shoot those 5, 6, 7 footers over the top. We kind of got to that, and we didn't do as good of a job getting back in front. You get I think Cryer or Sharp gets the foul in the first play with Seamas. So we didn't do as good of a job in those situations early, but those possessions don't kill you. Like they're taking 6 to 10 footers, and they're good. So they made a couple, as we said. Cryer makes one there at the end of the game. It's a massive shot. They don't kill you. It's when they miss, and we did get them to miss a lot early. I don't think they were shooting a great percentage to start the game. When they miss and you don't come up with the ball, that kills you. And I thought that hurt us a lot more than maybe some of the action early, because again, with a little bit of a mistake getting back in front, maybe some silly fouls, it was the defensive rebounding that killed us.
Day-to-day coach talked about them setting the tone early and you guys fighting back. Does what Houston did at the start of the game, does that just kind of show you the little margin of error that you guys have in Big 12 play and how important it is to always be on it?
Every night going to be a big game for us. We just got to come out of the game playing hard, playing physical, be the type of team, rebound the ball, like Coach said. We just got to keep doing what we do, Cincinnati basketball, rebound the ball, playing transition.
Wes.
Sure.
Wes, Keith Jenkins from the AP. I haven't seen you in a while. CJ got in the game tonight. What went into that decision, finally getting him out there? And I know he didn't play much, but what did you see from him?
Well, guys, he hasn't played live basketball for 6 weeks or so, and he came back and practiced live for the first time Thursday. And I honestly, going into practice Thursday, I didn't know if he was going to practice. I'm not sure if he knew if he was going to practice. And he had a good practice. He got through the majority of it. And then he came back yesterday, and same thing, I didn't know if he was going to be able to make it through or even plan on playing. And he got through it and looked good, especially given the circumstances of being out as long as he has. And then we talked last night, and he said he thinks he can play, which is what you want to hear as a coach. You know, you want somebody to feel confident. And so it was great to put him in the game. It was great to see him run out there. You know, it felt like with that big deficit early, we were trying to just figure it out, you know, from start to finish. And I almost put him back there in the second half. We make a couple shots while he's at the table, and I'm thinking, okay, let's make sure our defensive lineup is right. And that's not that he's a good defender, but he just hasn't played. So I think we're trending in the right direction. I'm glad we didn't push it too hard today. That's a really tough game to come back after 6 weeks, and you've only played a couple days of live basketball. But it was a good sign, and it's a lift for our team to get him out on the floor.
You came back from double digits twice, but what do you see out of the shoot when I think they had 11 rebounds before you guys had one? That's just crazy.
That's what I've talked about in the locker room with our players. You know, 11-1 to start the game on the board, that's a problem. Like I don't have any great answer for that other than that's a problem. That's unacceptable.
Coach, you mentioned the defense of Day-Day and Jizzle in the past. Just your thoughts on their defense on Jamal Shead tonight, keeping him at 16 points, but on 6 of 25 shooting.
Yeah, you know, we coached against him. He might be as good as any guard we have in college basketball right now. And I thought that those guys combined did a nice job on him because, you look down 6 of 25, 2 for 8. You know, he's got 16, 4, and 0. And 16, 4, and 0, you know, especially with how much he has the ball in his hands, that's pretty damn good. 6 for 25, I'm sure, is not good for him. But he's a great guard, and those guys did a nice job at times. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 possessions they'd both like to have back, but yeah, that's a good sign for us because being able to defend that position is really important in this league, this level of college basketball. We have 2 guys that are very capable of defending that position every night.
Looking ahead, Iowa State, I don't know how much people know about them, but they are equally as physical as any team in the conference. Is that a challenge having Houston and Iowa State kind of back to back, knowing, you know, both of them are similar style?
I mean, this league's a night in, night out challenge for all of us. You know, there's nowhere to run and hide in this league. Every night it's going to be something. You know, I think it's we're going to have to. I told the guys in the locker room, like, I'm disappointed. They're disappointed. We're right there. It's a major opportunity, but we can be pissed off. That's fine because I'm pissed off. But we better not have the hangover effect because what we have coming in here Tuesday night. And I don't know what they rank nationally right now. Iowa State.
13.
12, 13, something like. I mean, it's every night, and I think I haven't looked at the numbers the last couple of days, but what are they, the top 3 defense efficiency team, or second in the nation?
Right there behind Houston.
Houston's number 1 in the nation there too. Is that
2 or 3?
I'm probably not far away, right? So, yeah, we better get our minds around what we have to do to prepare. And this team's tough and they're capable. And again, another opportunity Tuesday night. We're going to need Fifth Third to be electric again because we got to try to respond to some of the things that we didn't do well tonight.
2 more.
Coach, Victor Locken has had a couple of tough games. What are you seeing from him, and what does he need to make sure he takes care of or just handles to get back to the Victor Locken that you've seen?
Well, I think first off, he had a really, really good week of practice. And, you know, I think he put days together. He had the right attitude and approach. And as a coach, that frustrates you because you want him to get that reward. Like, you know, when you do it right to the standard that I have for him, you want him to get that instantaneous reward. It's frustrating that it didn't happen tonight for him. But the only answer is to continue to approach it the way he's approached it over the last 7 days. And if he does that, we all know what Victor's capable of. He's going to be fine, and he's really important to this team, and we got to get him back, you know, playing at the level that he's capable of.
Jamil Reynolds had a big night, 8 points, 4 rebounds, my apologies. What did you think of his performance there tonight to give you guys that energy boost there, especially in the first half?
Yeah, I thought he gave us a tremendous lift. I thought he just keeps getting better and better. That's a good sign for him and for our team.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.